Coming to me live, baby. Welcome back to Foster Care. Subscribe to this podcast. Like it. Rate it. Deal with it. Be Catholic. How we feeling, Mike? You all right?
Feeling good, dude. It's rainy.
It is rainy. It's a gloomy Monday. That's a good Monday mood, though. It's always good. I went on a bit of a bender this weekend. Drank again. I think I need to go fully sober. I'm sick and tired of it.
I got pretty lit on Saturday.
What'd you do?
I went to a housewarming party, and I saw, like,
Did you bring a gift?
Oh, no. Hell no.
That man stuff. That's what you don't start bringing gifts to like family parties. Like, I've never brought a gift anywhere. Like,
my mom or my sister takes care of it.
That's what you need. You need a good girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't have
Solid girlfriend. My girlfriend's always doing thoughtful shit. Nothing gayer than being thoughtful, I'll tell you that. I've shown it to my boys, I'm like, well, I'll bring beer. I'll bring some booze, maybe some drugs. Just kidding. I'm sober. Yeah, are you also already
nowadays.
What?
Everyone brings seltzers nowadays.
The seltzers,
There's
dude.
No beer.
I was fucking drinking, friggin' drinking. I can't curse in the beginning of this, right? I'm really trying not to curse, but I am dumb. I'm a dumb person. That's how I express myself. I'm not dumb. Somebody told me recently, they're like, "You're not dumb. You're just not educated." I was like, "That feels worse." I'm a tech school king. No, dude. I was drinking a bunch of vodkas with those like bubbly those bubblies. About 4 hours after I stopped drinking, I'm fucking just blasted. My ass was like, it was crazy. I don't know if that science works out, but it does make sense to me that bubbles go in, bubbles come out. Right? Is that how that works? I don't know.
Bubble guts.
Bubble guts, the BGs. But you already annoyed me before we started this podcast. It's like, Mike's like, my friend works in a query. I was like, query? Isn't that like a question if you're British? Right? And I was like, you mean a quarry, you fucking idiot? Can you imagine Fred Flintstone being like, I work in a query? Like, pause.
I said the word like 6 times, and he looked at me so
I was
blank.
staring at you like, what? That was really, like, I don't know. That really bothered me. Did you watch the Oscars last night?
Hell no.
Me either. We're straight as shit on this podcast. I don't watch the Oscars. I don't watch any award show. I hate that people are like, they care so much about the award show, but then like, we're artists. I'm like, I don't know, man. I thought the whole point of art was like appreciating other people's things and not worrying about how it gets rated. Then they're like, most important of the night, let's give some pedos some awards.
They just want to get slapped again. Someone wants to get slapped. Like
Slapping.
the viewers want that to happen.
Yeah.
From Will Smith.
I want somebody to get shot in an award show. That would be tight. That'd be pretty sick. Just take that down. Who won the... I know Brendan Fraser won something. Fatso or whatever his movie was called. Did you see that?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't seen... I mean, I stopped watching movies. I'm done.
I'm a show guy.
I tried to watch fucking Blackbird on... somebody said it was good. I forget who I heard say it was good. It's like a movie about this guy. He was like a coke dealer, got arrested, went to jail, and the government was like, we need you to talk to this pedophile and figure out where he buried this lady. So they send him to jail. And I mean, the guy's like an Italian guy from Chicago, but I swear to God, Martin Scorsese? How do you say it? Scorsese?
Can't help you.
Everybody that tries to act like an Italian during Robert De Niro was so good at being Italian in every movie, he just ruined Italian face. Every guy tries to say stuff, but like,
you called it Italian face.
yeah, Wop face. He's got WF. But the guy's so jacked and so good looking at the show. Like, some people are too good looking to play certain parts because I'm like, I'm fighting my homosexuality this whole time. I can't even enjoy this guy's acting. And then the guy was so jacked, he turned around at a point and he was doing his wash, and you could see he's got like back knee from steroids. He had like boils on his shoulders. I'm like, dude, like what? Like open back sores with so much makeup on him. It's like, dude, can't we just get like a skinny... The best fucking mobsters are all fat guys. I want to see a fat murderer. Everybody loved Tony Soprano. Bring a fat guy. And then it's based on a true story, so of course you look it up and you're like, the guy looks like he's got a flesh-eating disease. Who the story's about. They got the hottest wop you've ever seen playing this guy. It pissed me off. But
I've never been overwhelmed by like a guy actor. But like...
Who's the best dude actor? Christian Bale? Tom Hardy's good?
I don't know.
I always love girls love Tom Hardy. I always love when girls love actors who play tough guys. I'm like, if you went on a dinner date with that guy, you'd blow your brains out. Because all the guys who are like tough guy actors are like, you know that guy wears tights and was in plays in high school, right? That dude is a Momo. No offense. like that guy is not. It's some dude on steroids who likes to sing in front of a velvet curtain. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like a tough guy you're dealing with.
I'm so not picky that I like Tom Cruise.
I hate Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I'm like the 10%.
I mean, what movies did I like that Tom Cruise was in?
Have you ever seen Oblivion?
No.
It's like a futuristic apocalypse bullshit.
Nah, I never watched that. I liked him in what was it, Risky Business, with the hooker when he's in high school. All my movies, I stopped watching movies. My problem with movies now is that every camera's so good. Like everybody's like, oh, let's give him like no studio. Like you can just like fucking put 4 of your boys together and put a movie together. I'm like, yeah. The problem with that is it looks great and it fucking looks like shit. The movie stinks. You're like a 4K camera like this podcast, and I'm some dumbass electrician in the garage. You can literally look like Steven Spielberg, like doing these amazing shots, and it's like a middle school level script. You know what I mean? I remember when that all started, when like photographers would like, remember when girls would start doing like photo shoots in the woods? And they're like, Mikey, thanks for the help with this photo shoot. And it's like, the guy's not a photographer. He's a pervert in community college that was like, hey, how about you dump your tits on that log so I can jerk off when I go back to the development booth at my house? But
I feel like point and shoot stuff is pretty easy. Also, like setting up a tripod.
Yeah.
But like moving with a camera is pretty fucking hard. You have to like practice.
I've seen videos though. They put on like a dolly and like look down a little mini railroad track.
When a robot's doing it, that's even easier.
Is that no? I'm talking about a guy running next to it.
He has like a joystick. He controls the direction it goes on the dolly.
We need to go back to claymation movies. Like I want to see Celebrity Deathmatch, Team America World Police. That was like the only cartoon-esque movie I've ever seen. Team America World Police, just guys banging, puking during threesomes. That's what I like.
Wait, that was a claymation movie?
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Team America World Police?
This is what you described.
America! I'm pretty sure there was like a scene. I could be morphing two scenes into one. And it's just, I remember the guy there was like a prolonged sex scene with like clay dolls. And I was like, nice. Also, guys who watch anime porn, beat it. How about that? Do you ever know anybody like that? Were you ever into that?
Cartoon stuff just can't get me. Amateur's the best.
Yeah, that's what I do. We've talked about this a million times. I can hear cops playing in the background, dude. That's what should have won an Oscar.
SpongeBob.
Some fat mother or two getting porked on her pull-out futon. Come on, brother. Best porn you'll ever see.
They're the most relatable.
Yeah, you see your fat husband fucking breathing hard into the camera. You can't get you ever watch a porn when it's like, it looks like it's going to be good and you try to turn you flip your phone to the other, you're like, put it in the right mode. I don't even know what it's called, like landscape?
Yeah, the portrait is like in the landscape.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, come on, bro.
And the thumbnail is clickbait.
Yeah, it's killing me. It looks good and then you're like, ah. I like those dudes. They look like a nice homemade porn. The girl still got like toilet paper in her ass crack. They're drunk. They're at happy hour. They just put the kids down. They're like, the babysitter's got 45 minutes. Let's crack one off in the downstairs bedroom. Dude, that's tough. Tough porking. You ever fuck on a futon? Yeah, I said, you ever puck on a futon?
I've done a lot of weird stuff, like kitchen tables and stuff.
Yeah, banging on like those, when you're like 20 and everybody's got shitty beds with like those wood slats. I say that, shitty beds. I just got rid of a wood slat bed. You fucking blow your back out fucking on one of those things.
And creaky.
Yeah, your knee goes through. Speaking of creaky, I just got pussy at my Sunday morning at my girl's dad's house. Nothing's more exhilarating than getting pussy at somebody's house. Like some holiday pussy, you're getting some pussy at your uncle's. There's a Christmas party going on. You can hear your aunt screaming in the other room. She's not getting fucked. I'm fucking somebody, hopefully.
When I had Easter one year, it was like junior year of high school, and this girl that I was friends with, she came over in like a nice dress. I invited her to come over. We weren't dating. And then everyone went to bed, and we were watching TV, and then she didn't have underwear on.
Nice.
Pulled the dress up. I was like, what is happening?
God, on a Catholic holiday. No good, Mike. You're going to burn.
I fucked up.
I love Easter. My family does like a little mini egg. Like they'll put like little tiny bottles of like travel booze in the eggs and make us hunt for them around the yard. And then my whole family wonders, like, why do we have alcoholism issues? I don't get what my whole family drinks. The only thing that's tearing through my family worse than pill and alcohol addiction is TikTok. I swear to God. Dude, they are tearing my family up. My dad and my mom just send me TikTok videos nonstop. I hate it.
Parents on TikTok is crazy.
Yeah,
well, at least
I don't know. I'm glad my parents just watch the stuff. If my parents were making content, Christ. My dumbass dad filming his face. My mom making meatballs. Like, hey, come with the nieces. That's a nightmare, dude. That's what, every time you watch like a true crime and you see a wife get killed, you're like, it's sad. And like 3 minutes later, they're showing that she's in like a shampoo like marketing scheme. You ever see those people? It's like a mom making like front-facing videos selling shampoo. And I'm like, I would have beheaded that bitch too, dude. She is annoying. Those are the worst. How come every family that gets murdered, you have so much at-home footage? You know what I mean? There's always videos of the kids running around. If you watch like a murder documentary, there's like 4 hours of homemade video for every family that gets butchered. There's got to be a killer out there that's like, you know what, I'm sick of this shit. It's always guys developing film. They're like, I'm going to go kill all these kids. Yeah, that's too dark to talk about.
It is crazy, though, that a lot of people like that like filming it. Evildoers.
Oh, like killing people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like sexual shit.
Yeah, I mean...
Those with evil intent.
Yeah, true. I still can't believe they haven't caught the golf cart killer in Port Richmond yet. This guy...
Where does he park this thing?
That's what I said. He's probably like a groundskeeper at like a cemetery or something.
Oh my god. I actually know a guy that does like...
You know how careful I have to drip out of this thing? At work, every time I sip out of this thing, I don't know if the mouth's too wide or my mouth is too small. I don't know. But there's a calculation problem going on in your boy's end. And, dude, I always end up with shit all over my face. But what were you saying?
I know a guy that works at a morgue. And he's a pretty interesting dude.
Yeah, I bet. It's called a psycho. Those dudes freak me out, man. Did you ever have to, like, butcher an animal?
I've never killed or opened anything that was living.
Me and my boy killed 2 pigs. Shout out GJ. But we did that, and we were, like, worried about... We were like, can you handle this? You know, because you're like, I want to kill it, but then you're like, dude, cutting an animal up is tough.
Yeah.
But luckily, we had somebody cut it up, but then we took the pig heads. Oh, yeah, we talked about this. We've talked about this. Mm-hmm. That head, yeah, that is dark arts, brother. Speaking of people dying, I had a show at the Buck Hotel, like where I grew up, and some lady before the show was choking on food and literally had to get Heimlicked, and I was so pissed I missed it. She had pink hair, shout out lesbians. It would have ruled if she died. And then I came on stage and said that, and I was like, I kind of dug myself a hole. I was like, damn, I wish could you imagine if a lady died at a comedy show?
Doing like crowd work on a lady who's dying.
She's blue. She's like a little blue in the face. She's literally dead on the dining room table.
That's the girl from Willy Wonka.
Also, I'm like, someone needs to go to that bar and check the paperwork on these kids. You ever see a 14-year-old? You're like, no way I look that young. That was my first job ever at this bar. And I tricked the dude I worked with. We were busboys. And I just tricked the kid into, I'm like, dude, I'll do all the bar glasses. You deal with the food plates, right? Well, you just deal with that. Tricked him, bamboozled the kid. It's easiest to run the bar because, dude, you would just run the bar dishes over. Like, I would just bring over pint glasses and flirt with 50-year-old ugly ladies when I was like 15. Bowl cut Foster with diamond earrings, dude. Shout out to me. God, I love that job. There was a Swedish guy that would scream "Bus boy" at us all the time. That job rocked. What was the first job you ever had?
Party City. It was horrible. There was a time when they used to.
I've never had to work retail. Thank God.
I quit in 4 months, but they used to time us tying balloons. So they'd put us all on a line, and we'd all have to. So there's like 3 helium tanks.
My God, if people did that, someone would have to get forced to do that today. It's like, oh, slave labor.
I got last.
Yeah, I mean,
this one lady could tie like 30 balloons in 5 minutes. I was like, this is not real.
Autistic?
No, just fat and white.
Fat white ladies can tie knots. I don't know if that makes sense.
I think he was the manager. I don't remember.
It was the manager? Yeah, I never had any fun jobs. One of my boy worked at Primo's Hoagies and got fired on his first day because he kept making turkey and cheeses. He wouldn't read what the order slip said. Turkey and cheese, turkey and cheese, turkey and cheese for everybody. Fucking rocked. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I was just on Instagram today watching some guy. You ever watch people? I love watching people who are like really good at making sandwiches on Instagram. Or like really good at making anything.
They have sandwich ASMR?
Is it ASMR?
I don't know. If you're satisfied by it, probably.
No, but there's no sound. I just like watching a guy whip up a nice hoagie. I'm like, why doesn't somebody start a food truck that's just Thanksgiving food?
I don't know.
Have I talked about this? That's
definitely possible.
That's the move. Why doesn't... Dude, if I could walk out of a bar at 2 o'clock in the morning fucked up and get a plate of gravy and stuffing, what are you going to do? You're cooking a bird in a fucking food... Oh, yeah, I guess that might be a problem, cooking a whole bird in a food truck.
Maybe. But
they need to have breakfast sandwich food trucks is what they need. 3 o'clock in the morning, a pork roll, egg, and cheese? Not on.
The only problem is the 3 a.m. thing.
Why the 3 a.m.?
Because they're just not open. I know
that's
a lot
what
of
I'm
breakfast
saying.
food trucks.
Make a breakfast food truck that's out at a bar at night. They should. Somebody needs to capitalize on that, dude. They need to get on that. On Instagram too, I really ruined my algorithm of what they show me because all I like is like disabled freaks doing stuff. Like a guy with like a lobster claw hand. You ever see those people?
I've seen the guy you're probably talking
about.
Yeah,
like there was a lobster claw guy that I think he lived like a town over from me in high school, and he fingered a chick with the lobster claw. It was his claim to fame. That kid just heard that and ran away to his mom. He's like, "Mom, some guy's talking about fingering chicks with a lobster claw." I think
in season 4 of American Horror
just
Story.
walked by the door.
Did you have a MILF phase?
MILF?
Yeah.
A phase?
You talked about fucking flirting with 50-year-old moms.
Oh, yeah. Who didn't have a MILF phase? I still am in a MILF phase right now. Are you kidding me? I'm about to have a kid just for motivation so I can have a MILF girlfriend. You kidding me? What age do you have to be considered a MILF? Because there are some chicks that are like, I'm a MILF. I'm like, sweetheart, you're 26.
You need to have a kid.
I know, but how old are you considered a MILF? You can't be 24 with the kid and be like, that's a MILF.
30 plus.
You need crow's feet. That's what you need. You need some
significant gap from your own age.
I was going to say a significant gap in your teeth. That's what you need. Me. Yeah. Do you have a gap? I had a gap in my teeth. My brother broke it with a piece of metal, so I got fake boys.
I had a gap, then got braces, and then 5 months later smashed my face.
Oh, no.
Now they're fake teeth with a gap again.
Wait, they gave you the gap back? You went re-gapped?
I would have had to get braces again.
How long did you have braces for?
2 years.
Dude, I never had braces. That's crazy.
They suck.
Yeah. I got lucky with that. I just got the gap. Other than that, teeth are good. I got a couple cavities, though. I got so addicted to chewing gum that I forget what gum I was chewing, but I was like, this is sugar-free. Went back to the dentist. They were like, brother, what the fuck are you eating? It's just crushing candy with sugar in it. I don't know. I need to get addicted to something healthy because that's my issue with drinking. I like doing that. That's a good time. And then you wake up and you're like, Ryan, what'd you do? Did you fall asleep in the green room at Helium? Yeah, that's what happened Thursday. Girlfriend picked me up and, brother, she was ticked. I don't remember it, but I found out the next day, I'll tell you that. She was fucking bent. I just got out of the doghouse yesterday, basically. That's one thing about me. I will break a woman down and make her love me again. I have a black belt in making hot chicks less mad. That's my thing. I'm about to have that dumb broad on this podcast soon. That's what I should do. Break up with her on camera? That would be sick. My girlfriend would beat me over the head with one of those dumbbells if I did that.
I don't know if this
Has
makes
anybody
sense.
ever done that before?
Kill someone with a dumbbell? No bad.
No. Broke up. That's how Jeffrey Dahmer got killed. No, I'm saying, did anybody break up with their girlfriend on their podcast? That'd be so funny to do that. She's pissed. You have to wait 2 days to release it.
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody has to have done it.
You both have to say yes to putting it on the internet, I feel like.
Do you? Do you have
Out
to
of respect?
I don't respect women I've broken up with. None. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, that's what I was talking about watching. I told you I was watching this. There's this podcast. I think it's called Whatever, but it's like this egghead, clearly like Republican Christian guy, and he just brings OnlyFans chicks on and kind of just bamboozles them. But I hate, like, everybody retweets it and they're like, this generation's falling apart. These girls are ruining the world. I'm like, hey, have you guys ever talked to a hot chick in your life? Ever. One time. Like, dude, this guy's like having like these deep, in-depth conversations with him. I'm like, first of all, you're just a loser if that's what you're podcasting about, brother. Like, Joe Rogan, I'll listen to those podcasts when he has like a fighter or comedian on. If I hear some guy talking about outer space one more time, I can't. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear about psychology, numerology. And he's got these chicks on there talking about OnlyFans. They're like OnlyFans models. And I'm like, dude, of course, chick's fingers herself on, you know what I mean? She's just fucking making OnlyFans content. Why are you asking her like important questions? Ask her what her favorite color is and then try to have sex with her. That's what you do with hot chicks. How about that? I'm sick of this, dude. And then he's trying to act like he owns them. I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's so embarrassing. But then he's also like, I couldn't go on there. Has anybody ever tried to back you into the corner and be like, explain your thoughts on this? I'm like, I got nothing.
I'm a psycho, dude. I'll give my opinion if I have something to say.
Oh, no, but even...
And I'll go on a rant.
The guy was like, what's a woman? And the girl was like, I'm not going to make that decision. And then there's some big, fat-titted Asian chick with glasses on. I'm like, her OnlyFans number is through the roof. No, she was like, pass. She pleaded the fifth. I was like, respect. Yeah, they basically all went through, and then one girl just kind of gave, like, whatever the fucking thing is, a woman's whatever she decides to be. I'm like, cool. I don't give a fuck. I just hate everybody's so annoying. God, I'm annoying. Mike, what do you think a woman is?
I was really hoping you weren't going to ask.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
I don't have a good answer, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a trap question.
I'm also like, I don't give a fuck. This is just a new thing right now. It's the phase that's going on. Somebody's like, I'm trans. I'm like, I don't know. I think you're just having like a punk rock phase. You know what I mean? I thought I was a punk rock kid. And then eventually you see yourself in leather pants in the daylight and you got spiked hair and you're like, you know what? Maybe this isn't me. You know? Mike got scared I said that.
No. I was just thinking about the woman question. I'm
yeah,
like,
dude, I wouldn't know what to say. I'm like, I don't know. Someone with a pussy, maybe. I don't know. Is that what that... I don't know. I don't know anything, Mike. I don't like... That's what, there's so many people like, when's the pendulum going to swing back? Then we can talk about real shit. I'm like, you know where I'll be when the pendulum swings back? Hanging out. I'll be on a beach chair getting drunk probably. Still doing the same shit I always do. People get way too annoyed It's like the country's falling apart. Like, didn't they think the country was falling apart when rock and roll music came out? They're like, the generation's done. The internet right now is in the phase of, like, smoking cigarettes in the house. That's where we're at. Everybody's like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still smoking on airplanes. I'm like, yeah, dude, we just don't, I don't know. Everybody that's on the internet feels how bad it is for you while you're on the internet. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be able to order a sandwich and flip my thumb and then jerk off to homemade porn. That's not good. It's no bueno. It's so upsetting. Every time, and then you're watching porn and you're like, hey, why is this taking so long to load? I'm like, dude, it's a box in your hand. What? It makes no sense. Amish people, maybe they have it figured out. We should join the Amish.
They have to jerk off. Or
oh, yeah, but they don't have porn. They just chill. Those dudes pull up. I was just talking about it on Twitter. Some guy, like, Amish dudes, they just rock out. Gnarliest bowl cuts, a lot of inbreds. They're just fucking their cousins and building houses, dude. Those dudes chill. They have a guy that's chugging Monster Energies who clearly just got out of rehab driving to the construction site, and they're like, Jebediah, start mixing cement. Or whatever the fuck their names are.
Do you think Playboy's against the rule? Like fucking magazines?
I don't think you're just allowed. I don't think you're allowed to look at pornography. Right?
Are you saying an Amish girl can never wear a bikini or something?
No. They wear like fucking hair bonnets and fucking gross dresses. Right? Isn't that their deal?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of
I always get confused with the difference between the Amish and the Mennonites. Like, what the hell? I don't know. I need a good cult. I could start a cult, I think. You just need to get a bunch of dumb sluts. I'm going to start going to that guy's podcast and waiting for it to let out and be like, hey, you dumb broads, get over here. The problem is I need money. That is impressive when dudes start cults. They're like, I need everyone's social security number and I'm going to bang your daughter. I'm the voice of God. It is ironic that God only talks to guys that want to get tons of pussy. That's pretty ironic. Like, he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? I need to learn an acoustic guitar. I think that's what I'm missing. Maybe a harmonica. What do you think about that?
Have you ever played an instrument?
No. Every day I literally wake up and I'm like, I wish I could have figured that out when I was young. I get so jealous of dudes like that figured out something they liked when they were like 12 and just rode that out. But then you're Justin Bieber and half of your face is lazy now because of all the stress from being famous. Your wigger dad's ruining your life. That's usually how that goes. There's nobody that's been like famous since they were a kid and then they're normal, right?
I don't know. You said harmonica though, and that's all I've been thinking about. There's a dude on Kill Tony called Uncle Laser. You ever heard of him?
No.
He's an Austin comic, but he plays the harmonica sometimes on stage. He fucking rips it.
Harmonica's pretty tight. Like, that's like Blues Travelers. Remember that band? The hook brings you back. I love 90s music, dude. He was a fat guy with a harmonica, and every time I heard that when I was a kid, I was like, I wish I could get head to this. You know what I mean? My uncles used to bring me to so many keg parties, like in the neighborhood, and they would just be. My uncle's got a cover band. Their last name's Kirk, and they call their band Circle Kirk, which is hilarious.
That's amazing.
They just changed it to a different name because they're 53 years old with kids. But the one brother looks like Joaquin Phoenix, and my Uncle Kev's just hot as shit. He looks like a Ken doll. No homo. Pause. But the guy gets pussy. He's got me pussy. That's how I banged my first milk. Shout out my Uncle Kev. He was one of them guys that could like come up with funny lyrics. You walk into a bar and he's like, Ryan's got a fat piece. He would just weave it into a song, and I'd be like, next thing you know, you're banging in some lady's trailer with a fucking deer carcass hanging above you. That's a good piece of business, Mike. Everybody does need an uncle that'll get you cooter. That's very important. You need that uncle, and then you need an advice uncle. My one uncle, yeah, that's what you need. My one uncle told me, he's like, dude, all you need to do is read books and run up hills. That was my uncle's advice to me when I was like 13. I was like, say less.
Like 2 years ago, my uncle sent a dick pic to his brothers instead of the girl he meant to send it to.
That's tough.
And he's like 55. He's been on Tinder.
God.
Yeah, his wife died.
Dude, happy birthday in heaven to that guy's wife. That's tough, dude. You got to go back to getting pussy. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's the problem. Women give you dog brain. If you're dating a good chick, you get... I'm
leaving that in.
All right, yeah, we ran out of batteries, so I just started eating air pussy, baby. Yeah, I was talking about old guys. Dude, when your wife dies, that sucks. I guess if I keep dating my girl for 2 more years and we break up, I'm just going to date hot MILFs with money that I don't like. I'm done. I'm done dating chicks. They stink. Not stink. I don't want to get yelled at. I want a chick. Ideally, if I was an old guy and my wife died, I would look for a chick who had like an abusive husband. Because then minimal effort, you're the man. Right?
Rescue Ryan.
Yeah. That's what I should start a service for like good dudes. But that's the problem, dude. Once you get to 50, and how old's he?
55.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know. God, your dick's got to look rough at 55, right?
And your brother's getting the pick? 3 brothers. So they all just gassed him, ripped him up.
God damn. Yeah, I don't know. I used to send pictures of my balls to all my boys all the time. That was my move, dude. I would do like a 6-pack of beer and take 1 can out and put my nuts through the holder. I had like a brown paper bag that I cut the hole in, and I would put like a breakfast sandwich and then pull that out and be like, oh, what's that? It's daddy's
planking.
nuts.
That should have been the move.
Yeah, planking. That was stanking. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Remember that movie Waiting? You ever see that? Mm-mm. When they had the move, it was like a game they played. I forget what the game was, but they would just show each other their balls all the time. Me and my dad would play that game with my brother and just show each other our nut. Like, you would just catch somebody, show them your balls, and be like, "You're gay." And then I was doing that move to my dad. Well, I thought it was my dad, and somebody answered the door. It was my grandma. I'm fucking squeezing my balls as hard as I could. I'm like, "You're gay." It was my grandma. I'm like, "You're pretty straight." Sorry. Luckily, she was so old, so by the time she like trained her eyes down on my nuts, I put them back in my pants. Yeah, that's tough.
I've had some horrible grandma experiences. She had
banging them.
She had dementia. She had dementia. My grandma, my mom's mom. Yeah. And
did you call her grandma or mom? Grandma? Mammy.
She got to the point where she just started like walking around naked. And I used
Clammy,
to
they should have called her. Yeah.
I saw some scary saggy tits.
Dude, I used to.
Jesus, I can't talk.
Tits, tats. I worked for a hospital bed delivery company, and you want to talk about. Dude, I would walk into old folks' homes. One time, the guy that I was delivering beds left the door open to an old folks' home, and it lit out to the parking lot. And we were putting the bed in, and then walked back out and looked out the window, and there's just scattered geezers all over this goddamn parking lot. That's what they should have at an old folks' home. Like, if people escape, they should have a sniper tower in the middle of it and just double tap them in the skull. Like, it's done. This old folk. God, that sucks. I hope I hit like 60. Just put me down. Because there's no way my brain's keeping it together. I've abused it too much. There's no chance. My brain's barely functioning now.
It's a lot of genetics.
Old folk, yeah.
No, like Alzheimer's or like brain degeneration.
Yeah, my family's big on the heart disease. A lot of fats, a lot of toes missing. My pop-up died with like 3 toes left. Sugar got his ass. He used to put sugar. He used to salt his he used to drink Yingling and put salt in them. I was like, God damn, the diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah, dude. Did you see? John Morant is?
No.
I don't know why it just popped in my head. He's this NBA player. He's like really good, but I guess he got in trouble like flashing a gun on his Instagram. And he went to a strip club and spent $50K on tips, and the strip club owner released the picture, and he's literally in it's a strip club, but he's got a chick in his lap, and there's just so much money on the ground. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. It's always sucked. Dude, those guys are suck to make it as like a pro athlete and then lose all your money because you were being a fucking idiot. God, more like John Morain't got no more money. That's what your name's going to be. That's going to stink, dude. God.
I can't even call it losing money because, like, you're choosing. You just better.
I don't know. But I guess if you grow up with no money, like, even if you grow up with money, every time I work at a rich guy's house, I look at his kids. I'm like, you little dickheads don't even know you're rich. They should have, like, an adopt a teen if you have money program. Just get a little fucking bad kid. Can you imagine a bad kid running around a rich person's house? Rich kids are so well behaved, aside from all like the murdering they do, I guess. Did you watch that Murdaugh case? Did you watch that? The kid in South Carolina. Some of them, I mean.
Wait, what is the case again? Because I might
know.
It's
a girl. They were like drinking on a boat. The kid's like 16, driving a boat, drunk, hit like a pylon. She flew out, died, and then eventually him and his mom get shot. The dad did it. And then, they found, like, another kid beaten to death on the side of the road. He was a gay kid. His brother was fucking... A whole family of gingers. And I'm not joking. The ugliest family I've ever seen in my... Like, it's crazy that a family that ugly took over a whole town. Like, they were the most powerful people in the town. And all their names were Murdaugh. The one kid who killed the gay guy's name was Buster.
And is that what the case is based off of? Or is, like, all of this...
It started off with the one boat crash, and then I guess... Dude, that's the problem with the internet now. One murder happens and somebody says something, then you got some fucking autistic guy on Twitter tracking you down and ruining your empire. That's what they get. There's no more Sherlock Holmes. It's just some lesbian with one cat who can't find anybody to eat her pussy, and then you're ruined, dude. That's what take down everybody. It's 2 ladies with a true crime podcast that bust the fucking case open. Cops got to be so pissed they keep getting done dirty by people, like reporters, Some lesbian from New York City comes down and tears your ass up. It's no good. I want good old-fashioned police work. That's what I like, Mike. ACAB. You're not an ACAB guy.
No. Wait, I don't know what that is.
You don't know anything.
I'm so sorry.
That's when everybody was like, all cops are bastards, and now murder rates are crazy. And they're like, maybe cops are kind of cool, right, guys? And I hate cops. They stink. Ruin my life all the time. Pending case right now. Yeah.
I just think there's like too many people. It can't just be cops that are bad. It can't just be an electrician that's bad. Like, everyone's bad and good.
Nothing's wrong with electricians. We're the best. You know
Exactly.
who stinks? Real estate developers. I don't know what's going on. Every fucking neighborhood, they all have you noticed like how bad like the faces of buildings are now. They don't do brick anymore. It's like the shitty looking tin with like a couple neon colors in it. And everybody's like, why do they make these ugly houses? I'm like, I think real estate developers come into neighborhoods that are getting cool and see hipsters and they're like, look how fucked up this guy's haircut is. Like, wait till you see what we do to this house. You think your hair looks like shit? Wait till you see this fucking condo building we're putting in, dude. It's slowly taking over this building. There's people that are like getting cash offers on their house like crazy money. And I'll tell you right now, I'll sell to a corporation. Give me $1 million for my house.
You know, like the home makeover shows?
Yeah, they drive me crazy.
Whenever I watch them, I want them to fuck the house up, and then when they come back from the
I
vacation, I want them
won't?
to see it worse.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
tight.
instead of it being fancy and nice, like
You just come home and there's just squatters in your house. That's a pretty tight move.
like the land plot's empty.
Yeah, that's the best. Like people that can squat now. You know how much ball you have balls to just shove to someone's house and be like, don't go to the living room. That's a shit room. You know what I mean? Have you seen those videos? They're crazy because I guess they get rights once you've like lived in an unoccupied house for a while. That can't be good. I'm so sick of seeing those shoes. You know those shoes with like the round little, they got the little round things. The logo on the show looks like an A and like an E. It's like the rich guy shoe. I don't know. I've been working in the main line too long. Know what I did go to today? ChickfilA. And I still say Arby's is better. It was at a strip mall. There was the only strip mall Chick-fil-A I've ever been to. No drive-through. Right next to Chipotle. And it was more depressing because there was a store called Nick-fil-A down the street. Like in the same shopping center.
Same
Shopping center. But the guy at Nick-fil-A was just doing like cubed up steak with tater tots. I'm like, brother, I went in there and got a lobster roll one time. Fucking lunch was like $36. I'm like, whose ass do I got to eat to pay for this? It's brutal. Chick-fil-A should be free because of all they hate the gays, right? That's what's going on with them.
I'm trying to think of what they always say. My pleasure.
My pleasure. Yeah. Be my pleasure. Yeah, I bet it is.
Well, they're considered like very religious, so they're like closed on Sundays, and because of that, there's like stems that they say they hate gay people, but it's stupid.
They hate the gays, clearly. I mean, it's also, I don't know. Most homophobic people probably cook delicious food. Italians hate the gays. That's nice, though, when you get a nice, flamboyantly gay Italian.
Dude, my dad, he gets so scared when I'm like, Dad, I'm gay.
Do you do it to him all the time?
Oh, my God. It's the boy that cried wolf now. Even if I was gay, he wouldn't even believe me.
You show him a video of you getting fucked by one of your friends, he's like, yeah, okay. CGI. I don't know, dude. My brain's still like at half mast from this weekend. It got me good. I went to the gun range on Saturday, brother. I went to an outdoor gun range, and my girl's dad, he's one of them guys that's like, not a prepper, but he's got like 80 guns. So he's like shooting one gun with the sling, drops it, and then pulls out the other gun. It does rock.
What did you get to shoot?
I shot he's got like a tactical shotgun. I brought my Glock, just a bunch of handguns and AR-15, the school shooter gun. Rest in peace, kids. Yeah, when you do shoot one of those guns, you're like, I could tear them all up with this fucking thing. It's depressing. I don't want one of those in my house. Yeah, that's what you need. One prepper friend so you can go to their house if the shit does go sideways. But then you're gonna be stuck in traffic anyway. So what's the point? You think 95 is bad now, dude? One asteroid hits, we're fucked. It's over.
Yeah, Apocalypse Highway is done.
I mean, the highway's already done. Philly's turning into like a little fucking, I don't know. I really, when all those people died during the pandemic, I'm like, tight. My fucking commute's going to be perfect. And then there's more people than ever. I don't know, dude. What time are we at, Mike? How we feeling?
36.
Oh, Maron. I don't know what else I wanted to talk about today. I did Morant. I don't know. I'm going to come back with a new energy next week, I think.
That's okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to shave my head. I haven't showered in 2 days. I slept at my girl's dad's house, and I don't like showering in a guest house. It's the worst. You don't know where any of the shampoo is. You're taking too long. Then you got to walk naked through the guy's house. I'm like, I don't want you to fucking feast your eyes on this body. Come on, baby. I don't know, Mike. I think we had a good week.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be sober by the time you see me next week. I'm not going to have drank since this week.
I believe in you.
You said did you get fucked up this weekend?
It's Saturday. I was up till 5 a.m. Yeah.
Mike,
we got lit.
what were you drinking? Trashed?
I had like a shot of tequila and then drank a seltzer and then finished with some bourbon.
How many? That's it? One seltzer, one shot, and bourbon?
Probably added up to like 6 or 7
Up
drinks.
till 5 a.m.? What were you doing?
Dude, we were just getting rowdy. I smoked a lot of weed.
Video games?
No, dude, we were just hanging out. It was all of my friends that I've known since 8.
Dudes?
Girls and guys.
Ooh, no cooter?
And you know what's really cool? You know how like you're in high school and you're a freshman and you see like a senior chick and you're like, oh, there's such a gap, right?
And then you get older and you're
But
like...
now I'm like 4 years behind them still, but we actually talk and communicate. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
way
because you're an
different.
adult now.
Exactly.
That's how that goes.
It's a weird dynamic.
Well, that always freaks me. It's pissing me off because I'm getting old and I go to bars and when I see people, I'm like, check that bitch's ID. She is 13 at most. And you're like, Ryan, she's 22. And I'm like, I'm going to kill myself.
Have you ever actually been like, I need to see your ID. I don't trust you.
On a girl at the bar?
I've done it once.
I don't think so.
I mean, this girl looked 12.
That would suck. If you go home with a chick and you're like, that's a well-developed 14-year-old, you're like, no, I got to turn myself in. Do the
She
normal
was
thing.
flirting so hard. She's like, can we just go to your car and fuck?
How
I'm
old
like,
was she?
No.
That's also a red flag. Last time that happened to me, some girl was like, you want to take me back to my hotel room and bang me? I'm like, what's the catch? She was like, my husband has to watch. And you look over, it's this fucking German guy in a tracksuit. It's been a fun week. Mike, I think we're going to wrap it on that. I love you. Fucking subscribe to this podcast, baby. I'm going to come back with a new energy next week. Bye.